I'm at the Hempel Hotel in London for the press launch of Cycletta, which is a women-only cycle event. I'm joined by Nick Rusling, who's the Chief Executive of Participate, and you're the man behind Cycletta. It's incredibly exciting. Just tell us a little bit more about it, Nick.
So this is the first event of the new business that I've set up, and Cycletta is a women, as you say, that's an event for women only. It's designed so that it's really is for all abilities. The distance is 40 kilometres, and it'll be completely on safe, traffic-free roads. And if you're a triathlete, if you're somebody who's very used to putting in the miles on the bike, then you'll be at the front, you'll get a clear road, and you can go and really blast it and go for a great time. However, the core purpose also with Cycletta is also to really encourage new women to get out on bikes. And there's a lot of intimidation. There's within the sport, within the events, particularly in cycling, it's very male dominated, and therefore it's quite an intimidating environment to get into. Whereas with triathlon, on the other hand, has really become a lot more mixed, with I think about 30% women taking part in most of the mass events. For cycling, it's about 15%. So with Cycletta, to put on an environment that's welcoming, that's friendly, that people don't have to worry about what they're wearing, just get out there and have fun and do it with a lot of other people who are going through the same experience. We're also putting a lot of support and advice. British Cycling are fully involved as a partner to help sort of hold hands. So come Cycletta, come the event day, which will be great experiences, lots of friends and family, lots going on. People are confident and they go out there and enjoy it, whatever their goal, to nail an amazing time, close to an hour, or just to get around.
At the moment, you've got two events on the calendar, one taking place at the end of June and one in September. Just tell us about the location and the dates for those events.
So 26th of June, so two events, one in Manchester, that one's Tatton Park, amazing park with deer and fabulous area for picnics, etc. But around that, it's designed to being rural, so it's just out of the city centre again, sort of remove some of the intimidation there. Designed it being a day out, and people will travel to it from wherever they come from. But all around, absolutely beautiful, lovely rural fields, etc. Going through villages, traffic free. And then the 11th of September is our one near London, and that's at Whipsnade Zoo. So lots of animals cheering.
Down the M1. Is that down the?
Exactly, just 20 minutes away from the M25. And yeah, the zoo. So again, that will be the start, the finish, the competitor village, and then very similar rural. Go out through villages, past sheep in fields, and a few challenges, a few hills, undulating, not too tough, not too easy. So again, around 40k, and a great course.
And how many cyclists are you expecting to participate in each event?
Hoping for over 3,000 in both. We're aiming for about 50% of those to be new to cycling. Similarly, we've got club challenges for triathlon clubs, cycling clubs, hockey clubs, for teams of 5 to come in with their best average time. So maybe triathletes take on cyclists and see who can do the best times. So it really is sort of for all abilities.
3,000 is a lot of cyclists. So is it a mass start, or are there different starts?
No, it's choreographed. So when people enter, they tell us their ability, and then the fastest will be going off first, staggered 150 every 2 minutes. So there really is that spread through to the people who indicated they're going to be doing it over 2 hours, and they will be the ones going last. So overtaking is at a minimum. It's safe from that point of view, and as I say, the faster ones have a clearer road, which obviously helps that experience.
You've got some great ambassadors on board for the event, and one in particular, a very famous name in cycling, Victoria Pendleton. What does it mean to have a name like Victoria Pendleton behind this event?
I mean, it's fantastic for us. We want to do these events in a world-class way from year one, and that involves the road closures, I was saying, and delivering the event experience. But to have Victoria's support, just adds a huge amount of credibility. She's a phenomenal athlete, but the more I've been getting involved, working alongside her for this, the more you realise she's very, very passionate about trying to get women to take up cycling. She loves it. She has got these fantastic memories of when she was younger and getting into it, and she wants to be hopefully encouraging people for many years to come. So she's very, very supportive. She speaks from the heart, and to work alongside that, and that's very much the aim of the event. So to be able to work alongside her as an individual with what she's achieved is a real honour.
There might be a few women out there that are kind of saying 40 kilometres, oh gosh, I haven't ridden a bike for the last, since I was a kid 20 years ago. What would you say to those women out there that are kind of slightly daunted about taking part in a cycling event?
The thing is with cycling, I think there are areas that people are nervous of, and it's cars, it's bikes and machinery and so on, and all of those are surmountable, and there are so many examples of women who've overcome that little hurdles, either by going out with groups and cycling as friends, or support that we're going to provide them, and they're so proud ultimately of having achieved that. And I think you don't get that from running. And then cycling also, as opposed to running, actually, you can have a rest, you can freewheel, you can go at a pace and keep moving. With running, if you're knackered or your knees hurt, you stop and you walk, and so you feel like you're perhaps not going out and taking on the goals that you set yourselves. So cycling, I think, is a fantastic all-round sport for general fitness, as is running, don't get me wrong, but I think cycling is something that can fit into lifestyles with commuting, and it's fun. And I think people forget that. I did an event last year with a big group of people, and it's so much fun. It's social, and you can chat all the way around, and you stop off and have a coffee, and that's probably as important as anything else.
And just to clarify, this event is for all ages and all abilities. So you kind of might be a top end triathlete or something like that, looking for just a good training session, or you likewise might be sort of someone who hasn't really participated in much sport but just looking to get fit. So really this event is for any women, any sizes, any ages. Absolutely, and I think that will really come across. And I was talking to some of the ambassadors earlier, and they were saying they started cycling 4 years ago as a novice, and now they're pretty experienced, and they go out and do some amazing events over 3 days. But they were saying, but 4 years ago they were the nervous ones, and I think it's just latching on to those stories that there are so many other women who've got over that initial hurdle of shall I, shan't I, is it a bit intimidating, but it's not, and there are other people in the same boat. So obviously we imagine that these races are going to fill up pretty quickly. I can see them being very popular already by the support that we've seen here today. So where do ladies have to go to find out more about the event and to register, etc.? Just all to the website, so it's cycletta.co.uk, so Cycletta, Cycletta. Lovely talking to you, Nick. Thank you very much, and good luck for your events.